I caught up with Geoff Sparke at Channel 9 here in Australia, and they're in the middle of a large headquarters construction project, and they've decided to adopt video over IP right at the core.
Late 2017, at IBC SMPTE 2110 standards were approved, so we were watching the clock. Our plans for moving forward were very much around what we knew, which was SDI. However, IP was something that we needed to be mindful of. Spill forward to 2018, and the choice was very clear. We needed to build this on an IP platform.
It's a big step, you know, for so many people experienced with a video router backbone, effectively. You know, the technology, SDI, high definition, that everybody's familiar with. What for you made it the right time to, you know, take that leap of faith or take that step into an all IP network core backbone?
There's so many different elements pushing us towards IP. The support functions moving forward, the fact that the whole vendors jumped on board 2110 from the get-go, and within 12 months of the SMPTE standard being ratified, they were showcasing things and making things available on the 2110 platform. So it was obvious to us that anything that we did on an SDI platform was always going to have to ramp on, ramp off, and the support life for that stuff would just disappear. All of those things merging and us having to move and going into a brand new greenfield site, I think we didn't really have much of a choice, to be honest. We had to go IP.
Yeah, and I'm interested, you chose a global expert partner that Dell Technologies has done a lot of work with, Qvest Media out of Germany, or based in Germany, to, you know, advise or to help deliver the project. How did that come about, and you know, what are you seeing the benefit of that relationship for you?
We had to look at the project and how we were going to carve it up into sections that were manageable. Of course, we've got inherent engineering and function here that can look after some things, and we've done very well over the years, but when you're doing everything at once and moving on to another platform and trying to merge silos of newsroom systems and all of the other different systems we have here for sport and for promos and for post-production, we decided we cut the whole pie in four and went, righto, we've got a network infrastructure, we've got a news, we've got a post, and we've got a live element for our studio stuff. So once we did that, we stared at the page for quite some time and realised that news and post, which were on different platforms here, needed to merge, and we needed a partner to help us with that particular piece so that we could then focus on the live piece and the network and infrastructure, which we thought we could pull off. And that's where we sought help from Qvest Media. You need someone like Qvest who's got connections with those vendors to be able to at least give you some help in that space.
Yeah. And now you're in the actual, construction fit-out phase. I guess you've got, racks being loaded and wiring and all sorts of things. On the ground in Sydney, do you have many or any of the Qvest people, or is it mostly a local team?
They were due to have 4 or 5 people on the ground. They came in Q4 last year. They spent the whole time doing the high-level design with our internal teams. By that time, we'd established a very good rapport by working from home. The remote working has been extremely good.
I know from our perspective, we managed to get the Isilon storage in quite quickly, sometime in January. How have you gone with getting deliveries and getting the core components?
So we were fortunate in the fact that we didn't really experience any delays with respect to hardware because it was just prior to the pandemic being called. All of the building and the fit-out plans are going to time. We haven't, as I said, we had all the major technology hardware delivered. So, we really are still tracking to time for the moment. We've just now realised that there's probably not going to be any more travel this year internationally, so any of the professional services that were slated to actually come out and do the commissioning part and the training piece, we're going to probably have to use people in country to do that. So we're just going through the process of having to work that out, and then also the issue of VPN and being able to give people access to their equipment for remote access type commissioning.
Yeah, there's certainly been a huge uptick from Dell Technologies' perspective on remote access working and work from home. That's certainly happening, and I guess having an all IP infrastructure in the future makes that much more possible for Nine Network and Fairfax.
Oh, indeed, and we know now as we start to actually commission these things, we understand that it's so much easier. And I say that there's other hard elements to it, but there's bits and pieces that you normally struggle with, which are far, far easier. Cabling, connectivity, being able to move things around suddenly becomes so much simpler.